Hello there, Saber World. This is Goodman. This is a quick video showing a nearly complete saber entitled Jules, J-U-L-E-S, reference to Jules Verne. Many of you I know have already been following this saber's progression on a variety of different forums, and this is it in its nearly complete form. What I haven't yet decided on is the emitter. I may swap that out for a custom, a more custom version. And also the accent LEDs are not yet installed. The main LED is a cyan SRD. The accent LEDs, however, I'm not able to locate any really nice cyan accent LEDs to match. So I'm probably going to leave the saber pre-wired. It's got resistors in it with little QDs for the customer, eventual owner, to just choose if they want a blue accent LED or a white one. I'm particularly fond of the amber with the cyan main blade. I think the cyan main blade and the amber mix well together, particularly with what's under here, as a few of you already know. Anyway, so that's really all I have left to complete on this saber. I'll probably leave it to the owner to decide and then finish up those details before I send it off. In the meantime, for those of you who haven't seen the saber, it's based on standard available MHS parts from the customsabershop.com. What I did then was to try to make it a little more special and add some elements and little bits of detail that aren't commonly seen. The overall aesthetic of the saber, at least functionality-wise, is to be as plain on the outside as possible. Plain, maybe not necessarily in visual detail, but in grip placement. So as you can see, there aren't any large holes, any large buttons, knobs, all that sort of stuff, which would normally obstruct someone's grip. So definitely designed as a fighting saber. The Luxion SRD is being driven by a MR FX Yoda board and a single 18500 cell. AW cell. The benefit there is that it gives you 1400 milliamps of juice, and so conceivably you can stay out for quite a long time in the middle of the night with this saber fighting, and you're not going to cut your hands up on anything. And at the same time, when you come home, you can open the saber up and show off the G core, which again is the main element I'm about to show you. So a quick review of the outside. Standard button. Again, these gills are holes. I've got a photo-etched brass mesh there and there, which essentially function as sound holes. The speaker is here. You get your LED heatsink switch, MRFX board here, 1.3mm recharge port here, and then the speaker all crammed up in this 2-inch section. And then the power cell itself is in the rear here. There's not anything else back here underneath because, again, as I'm about to show you, is where the detail is on this G core. So the speaker is facing forward. It's got it gets its air from the rear of the saber, so that fills the rear of the speaker, giving it air to then push forward and produce that sound. So you've got a fairly long resonator, and the sound emanates out of these 4 gills up in the front, and also one there on the side. A lot of depth of sound, and it certainly emanates from all around the hilt in a roundabout way. So we'll go ahead and open up the saber. Again, with the grip, I've gone through a couple of different choices. This is a media blasted, glass media blasted grip that I may finish off and put on. For now, I'm trialing this, again, a standard MHS piece that I then just took to the mill and gave it what I'm calling an USIC finish. So just varying, same depth but varying lengths to give it a really nice, again, realistic tactical grip. So you're out there fighting, you've been out for a couple of hours. The sound, obviously, it's not an ultrasound or a crystal focus, but I think definitely up to par and fitting with the theme of the saber being utilitarian, and ideally most of the money and time has gone into this. So here's the G core element. Again, I believe this is the first a fully integrated MHS hilt with one of these in it that I've done so far. The idea again being to give the saber some extra added element of displayability, not just to be outside and using it, but also where you want to bring it home and open it up and be able to show off and see that it isn't just a jumble of wires and batteries in there, but that it again adds some realism to the saber. So my camera won't be able to pick it up here, but you just have to go over to my photo bucket gallery. It'll show the detailed shots of the core and also some progress shots that show what went into it. Using alternating brass, copper, and aluminum pieces, what I'm just calling piping. They're hand bent with my fingers to produce this symmetrical look. And again, the idea of just being what I'm calling power gates. The idea that when you open up a real lightsaber, ideally it's not going to be full of wires. It's going to have some sort of system to hold this power cell and then draw that energy out, direct it forward, and produce the blade. So this is my sort of initial rendering, at least my visualization of that. Anyway, enough rambling. Go ahead and pull the kill key and I'll show off the blade color. So again, I'm not sure if my camera is able to pick up this color. I don't think it is. It is a cyan, not a blue or whatever this camera is looking at. It is a nice cyan. And I think I'll pull this out so it doesn't overexpose. There you go. I think you can see the cyan color here. Does the saber need accent LEDs? I'm not necessarily sure. Perhaps it could use a blue one there, maybe a blue one there, or maybe even I do like the idea of an amber there, an amber inside. I think the amber here really pulls together the brass look. So again, that'll be up to the final owner of the saber. Standard latching switch, so you can hold it, let go, like I did earlier, or you can press it all the way in. So, essentially, frankly, a simple saber, just with nice clothes. But I hope you enjoy. Close this up here. And again, any other questions, send me a PM or email me, and I'd be happy to answer. Thanks for looking as always.